I got the music, I feel so excited. My city told me that I got it, so I cannot sit back and hide it. I'm smoking this weed, now I look in the sky and I feel like I'm flying. Niggas be talking and bitches be talking to me, they all lying, I know.
Just chilling, gaming. Alright? I think, I don't know if I'm gonna throw any clips or highlights in here. I might. But I'm gonna try to just stick to some S&D gaming on some Modern Warfare 3, because that shit came out on Game Pass and it looks fucking lit. So I'm gonna play some of that. Let's get into it. I forgot to mention too that during this video I'm gonna be down on this side, because I'm gonna be talking about a couple things throughout this video that I just saw recently, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to talk about it in a YouTube video coming up. A couple games coming out pretty recently. If not, they're gonna be coming out pretty damn soon. Modern Warfare 3 just came out on Game Pass. It's the first Call of Duty ever to come out on Game Pass. Hopefully many more to come. Borderlands 4 is coming out pretty soon. That game's been confirmed. Black Ops 6 is coming out pretty soon. Fable 4 is announced already. I don't know if it's coming out soon. Everyone's been hearing a lot of news about that game, but talk is cheap, you know. Skate 4, same story there. That game has been talked about for about a decade now, actually. That game is like crazy too. It's had a insane fan base behind it. And then GTA 6 too. Dude, I forgot. All these 3 last games that I just mentioned have like... You know what? Actually, I think all of those games have been needing sequels for a long time. Because Borderlands 3 was the last actual mainline game, other than like Tales from Borderlands, which was like a prequel, but there was no continuation of the story. And it looks like all of these are going to be continuations. So a couple new games coming out too, and even just mods that are coming out that I think look kind of cool is Body Cam. That's another game. I'll probably show a little like small snippet or recording of that. Unrecord, that game looks really cool too. It's kind of similar. FNAF in real time. I downloaded this today and I really want to try it. 5M. The reason I really bring up 5M too is because I've recently got that. Kind of tweaked out my settings a little bit. Fixed them. But I'm interested to see what they do like that for GTA 6, since they hired the people who made it. That's really cool. And then even emulators, dude. iOS devices started getting emulators recently. iOS and Android. Recently I've seen that Android at least has PC emulators. I don't know about iOS, but maybe iOS has the same thing. But PC emulators on mobile is fucking insane, dude. There's cloud gaming becoming a beast. I've been playing a lot of that actually off of NVIDIA GeForce Now. that app is insane. You can literally like play games with almost no lag, even on data sometimes. Sometimes obviously you're gonna lag, but I've had really good experiences on it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I could play Fortnite on there with no lag, just playing with mobile controls for free. I could just log in and install all the games I already own on Steam, Epic, and Xbox. So dude, yeah, that shit's hella fire. I was playing Warzone on there and that was looking pretty decent on data. Not saying I wasn't lagging. I was lagging for sure. I was hitting probably like 30 frames per second. But I mean, if that's what we're calling lag on a mobile phone now, dude, I'll take that any day. That's crazy. For Warzone 2? That's insane. Also, I guess let's talk about some upcoming shows. The Borderlands movie, that looks really cool. Wolverine movie with Deadpool, that looks really cool. I'm actually thinking that I'm gonna go see that one pretty soon. So, hell yeah. And then the up and coming Rick and Morty anime. Now this one actually, I haven't seen a lot of people talking about, but the Rick and Morty anime, from what I saw, the little trailers, it looks really nice. And now is where I'm gonna have to give you spoiler alerts, because the next two ones I'm gonna talk about I've already watched, so I'm gonna give my opinion on them. I'm gonna start off with Netflix, the live action Avatar Last Airbender. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do for this one specifically. I'm going to compare this to the old Avatar Last Airbender live action movie. And I hated that movie when that movie came out. It was one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my life. To this day, it is the worst. I remember watching the anime and I was like, this is so good. And then I remember watching the movie and I was like, they messed up their names. Everyone looks weak. What is this? But you know what? In the new movie, even though I will say, the one change that I did not like in the live action is that Aang doesn't get to meet the Unagi, and Kyoshi's spirit went so soft on the enemies, man. She's supposed to be a warrior, and she went so soft on those enemies. That's the only thing really that I did not like about the live action show. But you know what? I'm still very excited for more seasons of that. Because that live action show was the shit. Another one I'm actually excited to see the sequels to, which ironically they both have 3 in the series. They're both literally confirmed gonna have Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3 of each of these. The FNAF movies. So, I watched the first one. And despite the few things I don't like about them changing the lore, it was actually a really good movie. Like, just watching the movie and seeing the story that they make in live action FNAF, it was really good, and they set up a sequel really good too. Like, I could totally see what they're going for with the movies. And I think this is just to say, dude, I think this is a really good time for gaming now. Specifically because the games are getting so much better. Not only that, they're getting pushed into entertainment so much now that, like, games are getting made into movies. And not just, like, shitty movies, how they used to back in the day, too. Like, some of the old movies were kind of dog shit, let's be honest. But nowadays, we're getting, like, really good game spin-offs, dude, of live action stuff. And it's really dope to see. So, I just wanted to share that with y'all, share my opinion. Thought that was cool. Last two things I'm going to talk about before I head off. And I just want to make this, like, very short. Bro, I saw Donald Trump getting shot. That was crazy. That was insane. A former president literally almost got fucking assassinated, dog. That's crazy. And fools got shot up in the crowd too. Don't forget that. Like, that's actually insane. People are saying it's staged too. That's so fucking crazy. Like, the one thing I will say about this, I believe in freedom of speech for the most part. But if you're gonna say dumb shit, you're obviously gonna get held accountable to what point. But, like, I still don't think it's fair how, like, certain people get treated on shit. Even through free speech, right? Like, Alex Jones, for example. As much as I don't disagree with what he was saying about Sandy Hook, right? I don't think the fool should owe the US government. Well, technically he doesn't owe the government. He owes the families and a couple cops, but that's its own thing. But I still don't think that he should owe them, like, damn near a fucking billion or trillion dollars, however much it is. That is crazy, bro. That's insane. That is, but how the fuck do you pay that off? How on God's green earth? How? There's not a chance in hell you can. But another thing that I saw was Sneeko debating Charlie today. Moist Critical. And oh my god, bro. You know what? After I watched that, I just came to the conclusion that a lot of people need to stop having, like, real influence on what people think, especially young kids. Like, I don't think Sneeko should be getting followed at all for those beliefs at all. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like, the shit he was trying to argue for is kind of indefensible. He's trying to argue, like, an age gap between 15, 16 and, like, 20, 21. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as soon as you hit 21, I think it's at least 19 and up. You know what I mean? And I mean, shit, if you're 18, should stick to like 19, 20. And I mean, dude, Romeo Juliet laws do exist. I'm not gonna go around calling like a 18-year-old and a 16-year-old a pedophile. Once it gets to like 15, 14, that's really fucking weird. Even at 18. And then like, once you're able to drink and go to like a dispensary or something, I feel like there's a weird dynamic, you know, between doing shit. I don't know, I just feel like it's fucking weird, bro. So I do actually have to agree with Sneako on that one thing, where it's like, kids, if they're able to like chop off their shit, cut off their fucking genitals and breasts to transition, I do not think that that's something they can consent to. Just like I don't think that they can consent to going and hooking up with anybody, even like their own age, even though that's way more acceptable than them hooking up with somebody over age. Like, it should be fucking clear cut, dry, obvious. You feel me? Nothing else to say, bro. What the fuck? The world is crazy. It truly is. Peace the fuck out.
Suicide, wanna die, I hate this, my life, so overrated.